How do you say no to people? And that could be in the
Well,
context of
well,
projects that come across your desk that you said, you know what, this isn't a fit or whatever, or in your personal life. Sorry, I should have extended the question a little more, however you'd like to interpret it.
it depends on also what people are asking for.
Hmm.
And if it's work related, then what I'm starting to get better at acknowledging, even for myself, is my capacity because I can get very excited about the possibility of something, but not then I have to actually weigh in what experience does the person have who's asking me for the thing, and where am I going to fill in the gaps? And have we all done this before? Are we growing? Are we just problem solving? Is that what this project is? I'm being brought in to put out fires. Am I building with? Am I adding to?
Hmm.
Is this, I think that's a big part of like decisions I'm going to be making, but also what else do I have going on currently that this addition can take away from? Because you can't add something without knowing where something's got to give. And I think that projects can move and suddenly you'll have everything happening at once, or there'll be quiet periods. And so I think always kind of buffering a cushion of just space just for yourself is necessary. So I think I definitely am kind of trying to be better at evaluating. And there have been times I've said yes, and then I've learned pretty early that possibly this is not something that makes the most sense now that we've been able to like have a chance to work on things together. And I think I can still say no then or make an adjustment then, because if I feel like we're going to get caught up in something else that actually is not even about the work itself or about the project itself and it's interpersonal, that's wasted time for everybody. And so I think that, with the creative space, you have like so many personalities coming together, and some will be better at working together and not. And depending on where everybody's at, everyone's always at a different place when they're meeting to make something together, whether it's like financial, emotional, health wise. And so I think you have to ask yourself, a big gauge for me is, am I going to be growing in a direction that I need to be in this point for myself? What am I learning? I'd rather work with people who know way more than me, because then I know where I get to evolve and be. I don't look at it from a place of like feeling intimidated or wanting to control anything. I'd rather not control anything at all. So I think my attitude is like to always be a student. And so I think, a friend of mine gave me advice saying you start to move into a place of power when you actually say no more than yes.
That's a great way to put it. And, Mark Twain once wrote or said, I wasn't there, it's easier to stay out than get out. So to your point about like, sometimes we have those feelings of like, I think I should say no to this, but for some reason I said yes, maybe I felt pressured, etc. But I think we have that in our heart of hearts and our soul that's like, oh man, if I should have just listened to my gut on this one.